Hey guys, it's Yanks here. There's so much going on in the world right now, and I felt the need that although, YouTubers are still going to put out their videos, we still want to, make you guys feel some sort of comic relief, or even like things to kind of help you clear your mind in this time right now. So let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of different things going on, okay? We have coronavirus, aka COVID-19, the big pandemic that struck 2020, all right? And it began for majority of us in March. Now, we live in PA. It hit us hard here in PA in March 2020. And that's still kind of going on. It's not done. And me and Island both are essential workers. We've been continuously working throughout this whole time frame. So that's why we wanted to come and kind of like, just give you a glimpse of what we've been going through and going on in our lives, because we haven't been really posting videos that much, because we wanted to give you guys the time to clear your minds and be very aware and able to process everything that's going on. But at the same time, we tried to make some content during this time, but again, like I said, since we're essential workers, it's been a little bit difficult for us. So I kind of just wanted to shed my own voice opinions on what was going on. Now, outside of COVID-19, there obviously is the bigger, I don't want to say bigger because a lot of people have been affected by coronavirus, including myself, because I've had, people that I know dear to me that have either contracted it or have come in contact with other people who have, which makes it even more scary. So I just want to say good luck and shout out to all the people that have either come in contact with a positive tested coronavirus person or someone who has actually got it themselves. I want to say speedy recoveries. God bless to all of you all, and keep your head up. You got this. You're gonna get through it, and we're all praying for you and we're with you in spirit. So the other topic that is going on right now that a lot of people, some people don't want to address or don't want to shed light on because they feel that they will be taken aside. But I'm going to tell you today, and I'm here today for both Island and myself, Yanks, to say we're black, okay? We are black people. Our skin tone, our color, there's no hiding it. Okay, we're brown skin. All right, some of us identify as African-American, some of us identify as black, some of us identify as Afro-Latina or Latino. There's so many different forms of color, shape, size when it comes to a black person. When it comes to our different shades, some of us are light skinned, some of us are dark skinned, some of us are in the middle, and even with our hair, some of us have better textures than others. Some of us have, challenging textures than others. It's all in all, no matter what, when it comes down to it, we are all of the same descent, okay? So something that I was thinking about was maybe the only real call to action that could possibly help with things getting better for our society. Now, I'm not talking about protesting, donating, or sharing the awareness, because all those things are very much, very helpful, very intuitive and insightful to others to understand and get that knowledge of how they can spread light about it and help in certain ways. Now, when I say protesting, I mean peacefully protesting. I mean marching. I mean chanting. I mean creating your signs. I mean going to the big major areas, big major cities, big major Capitol buildings, Senates, House of Representatives, all those areas, and making your voice heard. Okay, that's what I mean by a peaceful protest. Now, rioting and looting is a whole nother story that, you know, I do not necessarily agree with, but I'm not going to put all my personal thoughts into this. The point of what I wanted to come across here today and bring to you guys for your thoughts to kind of process on is, I was thinking, like, so many people say, well, you know, in the case of George Floyd, all of the people that were involved, all of the cops that were involved in that have now either been charged or already arraigned, you know, and same thing with Ahmaud Arbery. But what about Breonna Taylor? What about Sandra Bland? What about our black women? You know, what about our black trans women? What about the kids? You know? And so when you think about that, it's like, yes, we got some sort of justice within those certain specific cases, which is really good, okay? But what do we really want in the grand scheme of things? We want more. We want something that's going to be more permanent, right? So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe if, you know, on a grand scheme of things, maybe either a bill or an act or a law in general was proposed to hold police accountable for the same things that normal citizens would be held accountable for, like calling it murder, calling it homicide, whatever it is, calling it how it is, right? That they would have to abide by the same things that we would. And what I mean by that is, if a normal person on the street was able to do what happened to Ahmaud, like walking in their neighborhood and feel the need to want to, for whatever reason, you know, okay, this person looks suspicious, so now I'm gonna take action, and then their action turns into a murder or a homicide, then okay, that's what it is, but now they have to face the consequence of it. And it should be the same thing that a police officer should. So if the roles was reversed, where they weren't normal civilians and they were police officers, in the instance of George, now you have a police officer who's supposed to serve and protect that will sit there and take somebody's life. Maybe it was an accident, maybe it wasn't, okay? Maybe they did it on purpose. We don't know, but at the same token, that doesn't matter. That does not matter. What matters is black lives, all lives, okay? All lives can't matter until black lives matter. Black lives matter every day. Brown lives matter every day. Blue lives matter every day. Everybody's lives matter. But what matters the most, that needs to take a change in this country, is police brutality. You guys crucified Kaepernick, okay? Damn near chased him out of the NFL for him just taking a peaceful protest to police brutality by taking a knee. A simple knee. Kneeling, mouth zipped, quiet. And that was such a big deal. He did it in a peaceful, very professional manner, okay? But yet, now people don't want to see what we were all talking about, what he was talking about, until the rioting and the looting. Oh, my Target. Oh, my Starbucks. Oh, my clothing store that's not important. But Black lives are important. And until there is some sort of higher regard for police to follow, just like the rest of us, then there's not going to be much justice, in my opinion. There's justice for some of these families that have been affected by the police brutality, by the untimely deaths of these people. But is it really all we want? I don't think it should be. I think what we should want is a higher change, okay? And that is solely going to rely on having our laws or acts or bills or things like that that are legal in place for police to be able to be held accountable, because they aren't being held accountable in a lot of the different harmful things that they've been doing to people of color. And I say people of color because it's not just your solely only Black person that's being, you know, affected or hurt or harmed or killed. There's Afro-Latinos being killed. There's Latina and Latinos being killed. There's Asians being killed. There's other people of other races besides a white person. And let's not forget some of the police officers that just got charged for harming that poor elderly man and for taking those 2 college kids out of their cars in a harmful manner and doing things to them. They got charged instantly because it was already on mass media during the time of the protest. So that was something fast and quick that happened. But when it was things that were happening a while ago, or even just it got recorded and wasn't in that moment where everybody had an opinion about it, it kind of got swept under the rug. So this is the question we pose to you is, what do you want to see happen? What is the true end game in all of this? What is going to stop the unpeaceful ways in which people are trying to protest or riot or loot? What's going to stop it? And I pose that question to you guys with the hopes that you guys will go out and vote. Voting is a big deal, and not just for presidential candidate, but also for your local Senate, your local House representatives. It all matters in the grand scheme of things. And some of you feel like your voice is not heard or your voice doesn't matter, but it does. It does. Okay? And I'm here to tell you, as a social worker and an essential worker during this time, go out and vote. You know, make your voice heard, be peaceful. And during this time, check your mental health, okay? Everybody needs to kind of just disconnect for a little bit and make sure that you're in the right state of mind, state of health. Do some stuff to get yourself out of, you know what I mean, out of this funk that we're all in right now. And that's why we're trying to help by providing some comical relief during this time, or even, you know, any other things. Comment below if you'd like to see us do any other different things, you know, and we can try to do our best at what we know how to, okay? So just comment below. Thanks for my mini little TED talk if you guys were able to get through this. And I'm signing out. Black Lives Matter.